think that's the problem, is when we look at pesticides and we're looking to make pesticides good or bad, we're going to polarize it and we're going to take the real discussion out of what we need to be talking about with pesticides. Oftentimes when there's something that we hear about that's dangerous, that's scary, there's an alarmist notion, and for good reason there's an alarmist notion. But we have to step back from that and say, okay, what are we looking at? What are the laws? We live in a legal world. So how do we, how do we look at this scenario? So with pesticides in Hawaii, I would say that there's three ways that we look at pesticides. Number one, they're pesticides that the public can use. And you can buy them at the store, and folks can use these. Some are organic, some are not organic. There's all kinds of things that you can use. Number two, there are pesticides that are restricted. And a restricted use pesticide is a little bit different, because a restricted use pesticide requires an educated, licensed applicator. And then number three, there's research pesticides. So when we're talking about pesticides, we have to determine which pesticide we're talking about. Are we talking about number one, public use pesticides? Are we talking about number two, restricted use? Or are we talking about number three, the research pesticides? What I'm trying to explain here is and I hope to, show that it's not a either or, like yes pesticides, no pesticides. That's what's being put out there. And we need good journalists to say, wait, it's a little bit more complex than that. There's a little bit more going on than just yes pesticides, no pesticides. Which ones? Why are they used? Are they needed? Are they necessary? Is there a way to dilute them so that we don't use as much of them? All those things are possible.